Today's coaster review is of one of my favorite roller coasters, Tennessee Tornado at Dollywood. This is an aerodynamics custom looper, which upon hearing that, you'd probably think of words like rough or headbanger or not enjoyable, but those words should not be associated with this roller coaster. This is an excellent ride, and you're going to be hearing all about my thoughts on it in today's video. But as usual, let's start with the stats first. This is one of the taller custom loopers out there. It is 163 feet tall. And that's because of Dollywood's terrain. The terrain of the park is all ups and downs and hills. The drop is 128 feet, and Tennessee Tornado does not go immediately into the drop. It banks right and then dives into this tunnel, and that's the main drop. It's a really cool drop, actually. It's one of those drops that you're not sure you want to put your hands up because you're afraid that it might hit the ceiling. Its maximum speed is 63 miles per hour, making it the fastest coaster at Dollywood prior to Lightning Rod. Its G-force is 3.7, that's pretty good. It has 3 inversions. The one everyone talks about is that first vertical loop, very large inversion, and it has just over 2,600 feet of track, which isn't that much actually. And its duration is 1 minute and 48 seconds, which most of that time you're actually probably spending on the lift hill. So I mostly have good things to talk about this roller coaster, but towards the end of the video I will talk about some of the things I'm not crazy about. But let's first talk about the positive aspects. First up, the theming. As with all of the roller coasters at Dollywood, this coaster is well themed. There's theming outside of the coaster, in the queue, and in the station. As you're waiting in line, there's all of these obscure facts about tornadoes that will make you laugh, and these little funny stories about tornadoes in Tennessee. And it's good that they have those because sometimes the line can get pretty long for this coaster. So I talked about how awesome the drop is. What I love is that after the drop, you go shooting into this ginormous vertical loop, so not only do you get some hang time, but you're feeling the forces as you reach that bottom of the drop. This is an intense roller coaster. It goes from one element to the next, and I love the intensity about this coaster. This is an intense ride. Following the vertical loop, you're then gonna bank right and go into 2 more inversions. Both very fun, very smooth. All of this roller coaster is smooth, which you don't normally think of the word smooth when you think of custom loopers, but that is the case with this roller coaster. Very smooth. I've ridden it multiple times in multiple types of weather, and every time I've ridden it, I've found it to be smooth. And basically, after the 3rd inversion, you're going to go straight into the brake run, and that's the main downside with this coaster. It has a really short layout. I really wish that this was a longer ride. It's such a good adrenaline rush in the time you're spending on the roller coaster. You just want to get back in line again, and you really do wish that it was a longer experience. And let me tell you why this coaster is so much fun. 2 words. Alan Schilke. He designed this coaster. This is the same designer of all of the RMC roller coasters, and this guy is a genius. It's no surprise that this is such a good roller coaster. I know some people aren't as big of a fan of this roller coaster as I am. Some people prefer Thunderhead or Wild Eagle, but this is currently my favorite roller coaster at Dollywood. Of course, no one has ridden Lightning Rod yet, but when I ride Lightning Rod, I wouldn't be surprised if that becomes my new favorite roller coaster at Dollywood. But overall, this is just an excellent roller coaster. I strongly recommend riding it. If possible, try to also get a night ride on this coaster. Again, because of the terrain, there isn't any lights around the back part of the roller coaster, and so it is just completely pitch black. You can't see a thing the entire ride. It's a wild experience. And I also recommend riding this roller coaster in the front row. You're going to be getting a very smooth ride that way. And if you're a front row guy like me, then naturally you're going to find the coaster more enjoyable. So it's time for the final score. Out of 10, I'm giving Tennessee Tornado a 9. The only reason I took off a point is because of the duration. I really do wish it was longer. But other than that, there are not any faults in this roller coaster. I would not fix a thing besides the duration. Add in a few more elements and you'd have the perfect ride. So that's it for my review of Tennessee Tornado. I want to know what you think of it. Are you a big fan of this roller coaster? Tell me about it in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to check out the other coaster reviews on my channel. They're all available in a playlist in alphabetical order, so make sure to check that out and see if I've reviewed one of your favorite roller coasters. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.